Hello and welcome to the Blackmind Games podcast, episode, 391. I hope everyone enjoyed the supplemental podcast where we held Josh hostage.
Yep. Duct tape. You put a lot of duct tape on a chair with me on it, and
No, that's not what we did. Why are you accusing us of doing shit that would make you horny and hot and bothered?
What? Huh?
Like you use duct tape in order to restrain somebody who wants to be hot and bothered.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes. See? Or you use it to restrain them and then torture the fuck out of them, which is not what we were doing. So both statements in your statement in both forms is wrong.
So wait, hold on. It's just if bounding someone in general, is that just pornography then?
It depends.
Because you're defining it as if you're binding someone in any way, it's porn.
Well, I know you, so I know anything that we do is porn.
I mean, there is some also lines you could say that it's not porn, and I would agree.
I mean, it depends on the circumstances. If I'm doing like a Zodiac Killer thing, and I'm like binding you so that way then I can put you 6 feet on the ground, we'll say that much, in Minecraft. In Minecraft. Yeah.
You know that doesn't work.
What?
There was a court case I went through that a guy used that excuse, and it didn't fucking work.
Look, I said to the officer I was going to kill the person in Minecraft.
Frick. It was literally like someone in an although what was it? I think it was like a YouTube video or something. And the guy like said a whole bunch of fucking horrible crap and then said in Minecraft at the end of it. Like
I'm gonna murder everyone in Minecraft. Something like that.
No, it was more like derogatory bullshit type of thing. Like definitely get in trouble for.
Oh, so like the fun stuff that you should never fucking say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna go kill the president of the United States in Minecraft. Like that's not cool.
I mean, if it depends on who you're murdering, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like how you're gonna kill the president of the United States, but totally not going to.
Why would you want to murder the president of the United States? That's my question.
Because it's a joke from The Way His Kids, you know. It's because he goes on to say, you know, there's a thing that in the law saying you can't do this, like you're saying you're gonna kill the president, but this isn't just, and totally not. Like there's a group of us who wants to do this under the bridge over, like gives like exact coordinates where the bridge is. Like it's pretty absurd. Hey.
My dog's barking because she's like, I want attention. And it's like,
I gave you all that attention.
Why?
I gave you all the attention.
Oh, that's kind of how I feel. Oh, man, she's growling now. It's great.
Oh, no.
Well,
And now
you
you're
want
biting
attention, come here.
your arm off.
Well, it's more of I can sit there and I can yell at her and be like, "You're a bitch," and then move on with my day. Like how I treat my exes
Oh dear.
when they send me messages.
And you just reply back, "You're a bitch.
You're a cunt. So why are we having this conversation again?
You're a bitch."
You're a fucking cunt.
You're a
Josh, you are a bitch.
A little bit of a bitch.
You are my bitch.
Am I your bitch?
You are my favorite friend.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice. Things happened this week. We got some stuff to talk about. Josh might or might not have opinions on those things, but that's okay.
Yep.
We got stuff like Blizzard killed the campaign in Overwatch 2.
Yep. They
Yep.
sure did.
Yep, they murdered that bitch.
The only thing now is that I like saw that news article, and then people were talking about it in the comments. I'm like, okay, so why is this important? And then they're pointing out the fact that this is the main reason why they're making a jump from 1 to 2.
Yeah.
And then they're taking that out, and it's like,
This is the Overwatch 2. This is Overwatch 2's greatest update, okay? Of all time, okay? Overwatch got a shop update. That's Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is a shop update. That's all it is now. So
is that a good thing?
you tell me. I don't think it is.
Nope. Definitely not.
I'm kind of like, dude, this is par for the course for Blizzard. Is like, fucking do this shit. And every single fucking time, they're always like, but don't worry, here's this new, look at the key. And
I mean,
it's
they
like,
haven't. Look, correction. They haven't broke the glass on releasing a new character for Overwatch.
they haven't broken the glass and decided that they need to make a pansexual character.
That is maybe a cat person.
Yeah. They haven't broken the glass and decided to make LGBTQ bait.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So it's not that big of an emergency, but it's not. It's not that big of an emergency. You have to break the glass for another character,
right? It's not that bad that, you know, we're not gonna. I think I got banned from a fucking, wow, Jesus. Apparently I spammed something really bad. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Whatever. But actually, like, okay, if you're a gay person,
Yeah.
do you actually believe anything that Blizzard says anymore? Like,
If they have any brains, then they probably don't.
because I know that there are some people who are retarded enough to believe what Blizzard says, but, like, at the same time, like, this is kind of, like, why? Why would you believe what they're telling you? What is the point? So, anyways. Yeah, no, Blizzard fucking killed Overwatch 2. They haven't broken the glass yet. Blizzard continues to fall down the drain. Everything's fun.
Everything's just hunky-dory.
It's just peachy. You know?
Yep. Yeah, no.
You
Things are
know?
just going well for over there. Everything from harassment of their employees to their management is just shittiest people on the face of the earth.
I'm confident that Overwatch 2 is literally just a sex simulator at this point.
I mean, you just no, it's not just a sex simulator. It's you wait for them to drop the new model, and then the people will extract the model, and then they'll make the porn model.
Well, okay, yeah, that is a case that happens, but like still,
Just let me change this character's hair color, and there. Well, now we got pornography of this character.
yeah, yeah, it's a lighter bright, like, but like it's so bad that like people are like not even doing that anymore. Like they're like that. It's that bad that everyone in the community appears to be leaving. There will no longer be Overwatch porn in our lives, Josh.
Man, I would still want Overwatch porn.
Well, you got like 20 terabytes worth of it, so
Petabytes.
petabytes, petabytes, you have petabytes.
Petabytes.
Yeah.
That includes even the worst kid from like they're 16 and they're horny photoshops.
Yeah,
Even
that's
those.
true.
Yeah, it'll include even those.
Yeah, I'm just confident that I'm just glad that this once great franchise that Blizzard made, the last great hurrah, the greatest thing that no, that's not true. The 8th, the 900th greatest thing they've ever done is finally dead, and they killed it. But yeah, no. But some games got announced. Josh,
Oh yeah, I've actually heard some news about it.
yeah, you heard some news about what game?
So PlayStation dropped some stuff in their I want to say their treehouse, but it's not a treehouse. It's like
It's the Treehouse of Horrors.
yeah, it's a treehouse of horrors from PlayStation.
They're like,
So it's exciting because it's like, oh, new Metal Gear being announced, new Silent Hill being announced. I think, and then what was the other things?
oh, a new Silent Hill got announced.
I think it's a remake.
Oh, is
Which
it a
is-
remake of one?
I think so.
Oh,
I think I can't. I have to look at my stuff again to see what got announced from the Sony stuff, or a news article. But from what I looked at, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is cool, and all this stuff is announced. But then I started to realize, oh yeah, all this cool stuff is being announced, but literally anyone you care about these properties is not there anymore. So these are just going to be fucking weird. Like just weird. Like either it could be they know what they're doing and it's going to be a home run, or it's just going to be they broke their ankle as they're trying to get into the stadium.
I mean, I look forward to when Konami decides to release Metal Gear Solid 3 and ruin the fucking boss. Like, you know it's gonna you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna release Metal Gear Solid 3. They're gonna be like, "Hey guys, look at the boss," and then the boss is gonna be like a fucking massive bimbo.
I mean, I was gonna say she's not quite a big bimbo. She's more
No.
of like a muscular dude, like almost man-faced, like still female.
What?
Yeah,
No. You. Okay. The boss.
she has a very chiseled face.
She's fit.
Her face is so chiseled.
She's a fit woman, Josh.
If I look up pictures of her and then crop out everything else, you would probably go, dude.
It's a PlayStation 2 game.
I'm pretty sure you would still point at her and go, like, if you didn't see everything else but her face, you'd probably think it's a dude.
Are you saying the boss is a transvestite?
Not really. I'm just saying, like, this is just one of those people that just has, like, you know, the resting bitch face problem.
She has resting bitch face problem.
But she has more resting man face problem.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You say one of the greatest female characters ever. That, let's be fair, Konami didn't nail the landing on that one. But one of the greatest females ever of all time, and you're like she has resting man face problems.
Like,
You might-
just there's some features on her face that just makes me think, it kind of looks mannish.
I now want to take the boss and Photoshop her face onto like a man's body. Just so that way then like everyone can see what you're kind of saying.
Uh-huh.
I think that would really fit.
Oh, do you want? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could just eat some words. Who knows?
Yeah. Or you can just eat some words.
Just hope.
More.
These words. Okay, I'll eat.
More. The best Simpsons ever. Treehouse or episode. More. More. So you like donuts, eh? Welcome to ironic punishment. Yeah.
He ate all the donuts, and then they're like, "Fucking what? Should have exploded."
No, it was. I don't understand. Terry McGinnis went insane after 13 minutes.
That's funny.
It's the donut one. Trios of 4. Okay, yeah, I have it. And I'm watching it right now. And Homer just eats the entirety of donuts. And the demon goes... James Coco went nuts after 15 minutes.
James Coco. Yeah, I don't think I know that name.
You don't know who James Coco is?
Nope.
I don't know who that is either.
Apparently, it's an actor.
It's probably a fat ass.
Probably.
You know, that would make sense.
I mean, just from his 1973 photo of him, looks like, yeah, I mean, he looks, just from a fucking profile picture, you can't really see much, but it's like, I guess he's big? I don't know, he doesn't look that big.
He looks small and minute and fragile. You know? Don't you think he should look small, minute, and fragile?
I'm actually trying to find some video of this guy. I bet he's just in some...
He's small and round and roundest. That would kind of be what I want. Is like a guy who's literally just more round than anything else. But yeah. Yeah. New Final Fantasy came out, got announced. Everything's cool.
Oh.
New Final Fantasy trailer, new MGS trailer. We got Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
That inspired feelings that I haven't felt in a long time.
Although I've heard that it's not going to be the marathon that you want.
No.
But it's still marathon.
It's marathon with it's you know what? They shouldn't have called it marathon.
I think they could have called it marathon, but
No.
here's but the thing is, they have to put cryptic secrets in it, just so that, you know, it can so loosely be attached to the marathon.
Why call it marathon? What's the point of calling it marathon?
If there's no fucking cryptic secrets in there that's attached to, like, some other weird shit.
Like, canonically, Halo is a sequel to Marathon.
Supposedly.
Like, Halo... No, legitimately. Halo is the sequel to Marathon.
Is that actually confirmed in, like, a lore way?
That was confirmed multiple different ways. Because 343... Because technically you're playing as the Forerunners.
Oh, okay.
So
wait, who was the Forerunners then? Is that John Halo?
The Forerunners are John Halo and the other members of humanity.
Oh, okay.
So, like, Durand succeeded in his plan, and then he made the Forerunners.
Huh.
Yeah, that is... He basically made the Halo rings to stop the Flood, which he created and caused and all of this stuff.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, I remember watching what was it? An essay on Marathon. I think it was Civi, or no, I think it was Brandon. No, Brendan. His shtick is that he wears like a big medieval steel armor.
Mandalorian?
Yeah, Mandalorian. There we go. He, he goes deep in depth with his reviews and like his essays about certain video games. He did a marathon one, and I'm pretty sure he did it. And yeah, like the secrets in that game are just insane.
Yeah.
To the point of they're still discovering secrets like 20 years later.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's absurd.
And you can't play that game anymore because like it doesn't run on anything.
Oh, you can still make a run, but you have to do some stuff to it.
Yeah. But like they're making a new marathon, and I don't know about you, Josh, but I saw one thing and I was instantly like, oh shit. Well, zip. Okay, I'm ready. Care to guess what it was, Josh?
What is it?
They have sexy robot girls in it.
Huh. And
They
which
have
one? In Marathon?
Yeah, in the new marathon trailer.
Can I fuck it?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Hooray!
so. I think they're fuckable. They might be submissive or broodable.
Oh
don't
no. Wait, it's either this is a positive thing or a negative thing. I don't know.
I mean, they might be. They might not be. They might be like completely like, not submissive and breedable, which is a bonus. Strong, independent robot girls are sexy.
Yes.
Yes. Especially if they have cum gutters or abs. This is going to be something that is mentioned next week.
Oh boy.
I'm going to get like a talking to. So Jeff, what does cum gutters mean?
HR is gonna come to talk to you later.
What? Jeff, we have concerns about you saying the word cum gutters, and cum gutters on your podcast.
So he kept saying cum gutters.
I listened
and dump jackers. We're just concerned.
We're concerned about what he means by the dump jacker. Who is the dump jacker?
Oh, that's the person.
What is a dump jacker?
It's a person who jacks in a dumpster. Dump jacker.
But what does that mean, Josh?
You jack off in a dumpster. That's what that means.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He just said it, everyone.
I mean, you're saying like you don't know. I'm like, this is a callback. I'm like, how do you not know?
This is like how the episode will never have episode 69 again.
Yep. Never.
Yeah, there will never be an episode 69.
Never ever.
There will never be episode 69. Whose fault is that, Josh?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Ah, fuck.
It was just felt like a dream.
So long ago. I think it's like over 10 years since we started the show.
God, really?
It's close to it.
Oh man, we've been doing this for so long.
Yeah. We should stop.
Throw it in a dumpster. Let's go.
Yeah. Have you played anything this week, man?
I actually played more Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
And did I actually play anything else different? Let's see.
Oh, I want to talk about Tape, but we'll talk about Breath of the Wild. Yes.
So so right now in Breath of the Wild, I'm up to the second. What was it? The Beasts?
Divine Beasts, yeah.
Yeah. So I got the first one was Zora.
Is that the elephant?
The elephant, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That was my first one. The second one, I went to the desert because I was like, well, whatever. Like, I'm trying to think of what would be easier to do, really, because I'm like, I don't want to do the extreme hot, or no, I don't want to do the extreme like the lava lakes and shit. Like I feel like it would be kind of terrible. And also there's the extreme cold, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do that either. So I was like, well, let's go to the desert and see how that goes.
So you got to see Femboy Twinkling.
Yep, and I could see it's just it crosses your wires so well that it's like, oh no, stop that. Stop that.
See, I don't understand why people like think it's sexy. I don't.
I mean, it's the midriff, pretty much.
But it's not a woman.
True, but I mean, it's just certain aesthetic. I mean, it's the belly dancer aesthetic.
But that doesn't. Josh
Sure.
has a penis. He has a penis. He
I
has
know.
a penis. It's not like, look, I'm the one who likes questionable things.
Uh-huh.
I'm the one who wants a 6'5" mommy tomboy who can crush my head in between her legs.
Uh-huh.
I want to go down by having my friends at my funeral saying they looked at his pelvis and said it got hit by a freight train. And have everyone just go, yeah, that kind of sounds like Jeff.
That's how
He would want to go down that way.
That's how he wanted to go out.
He wanted to go out with a broken pelvis.
He wanted to go out by snoo.
He wanted to die having sex. And my golly, he did.
He finally figured out to die by sex.
He died via broken pelvis. Okay?
Yep.
I'm that guy, okay? And everyone is like, oh my god, Link's so hot. And it's like, oh, you're a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. It's just that right now is just a discussion of like, I don't find this attractive, but I'm like, of course you don't, because your brain is just not wired for that type of thing.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're just not going to find it hot. So really, it's like, okay, it's just hammering on the head of like, I get it, you just don't like it. There's people who will like it, and there's some elements I can see why.
But they're wrong, Josh.
Uh-huh. Sure.
And I'm right.
Sure.
And
I just can't wait. I can't wait for the space aliens who have both genders, and then but they're hot looking, so you just could be very confused.
I want an Asari who looks like a human, and then take out the pants and have there both be a cock and a vagina.
Yes,
That would be the power play.
Yeah, exactly. And
Because then
like,
it's
I don't know
like-
what to do with this. I don't know what to do with it.
I was like, it would be like, is this gay? Is this not?
You'd be frozen on the spot. The
Whoa.
Asari chick that you invited over for snoo.
I fought
is
for the
not-
rights in order to like have the right to bang.
You invited her over to snoo, and she fucking just she's
And
like,
you
"Are
take
you
off the
okay?
pants and you just
Are you?"
it's like that scene from like
If you're
Naked
frozen,
Gun.
you're like a frozen computer.
It's like that scene from Naked Gun where like Leslie Nielsen's like, "Oh, hi Frank," and then she takes off her pants and all of a sudden you just see and it's the what is it? The branch like doing. And it's just like he looks at the camera and he goes, "It's all da da da." It's that.
The joke I still like from Naked Gun is the what's this? It's the guy who's so tall he's out of frame. I forget his name, but with, like, he's only in the office and he's only like in the movie for like a minute or two because it's this like short scene. But he's eating a banana in one scene, and he goes to eat the banana. It goes out of the frame, and then comes back down to the frame. And then Mr. Nielsen looks up at him and goes, "There's something on your face." And the dude wipes his face, and the chunk of banana falls and hits the table. Like, just like what happened there? How did he not eat the banana?
I mean, look.
Like, it's such a weird scene, but it's just gonna make you laugh. I'm like, what happened? Naked Gun. See if Naked Gun Banana shows up. Oh, it does!
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, no. So how's Breath of the Wild?
So far, it's treating me pretty well. Although finding the shrines is a bit of a very needles in haystack, but there's so many needles in this haystack that you're bound to find a needle. But now I'm like, oh man, there's still chunks of the map I still haven't like discovered, like actually mapped out, and like got to the tower and got all mapped out and shit. And there's still chunks of the map I can look at and go, it feels like there should be 3 like shrines in this area, but I just haven't like tripped over them yet, or have to figure out how to unlock it yet, or whatever. And I have to figure out the crafting system in this game, because I have such a surplus of shit in my inventory that I'm just not using, that I just neglecting to like actually make potions and make food and to like do all that shit. And I have not been doing that at all.
I mean, as somebody who has played that game and can tell you what the crafting system is,
Yeah.
basically whenever you come across a fire and there's a pot, you can basically just use the pot.
Yeah.
And you just fold all the items and you dump them into the pot.
I figured that out, but the only thing that sucks is like, and Nintendo does this on like routinely with, actually I feel AAA video games, or at least AAA Nintendo games do this, is that they have a crafting system in the game, and it fluctuates depending on what items you use on in the thing. It will be a quality of either extremely good or extremely bad, and the game just doesn't tell you or give you any help at all of what you used before and what to use now.
I mean, I don't feel that way about...
Because like, sure, it gives you descriptions of what it is, and it gives you descriptions of like, this is for ice and this is for cold, but I'm like, but what portions should I use? What other things should I use in combination with this thing should I use? What, like, if I had just like an actual cookbook and it told me like, hey, this is what happened when you used that last time, I'd be like, oh, thank you. I'll have more info so I can know what to cook with. Like, I kind of wish that was in there. Unless I get that later. I don't know. I don't think you do.
You kind of don't?
Yeah.
Like...
See, for some reason, Nintendo just doesn't do that extra step of like, just fucking telling you what they do.
I mean, that game has so many complex little things in it too. Like,
yeah.
That, like, I don't want to. There
should be some like little nuanced things that is a kind of a secretive thing that if you don't know, unless you discover it, that's fine. But I think when it comes to the cooking, though, it's like, why couldn't you just like, I don't know, tell me what the last 5 things I cooked, and then like, oh, I remember this last 4th thing that was really good. What did I use? Oh, it was these items. I'll do that again, but this time maybe with blue shit and see what happens. Like, I just want something that's like, just give me some more info. What the hell I'm doing?
You just want simplicity, and that's not what Breath of the Wild is.
It is pretty simplistic already. It's just, again, I just want more. I don't know. I guess I'm always in my brain. It's going back to. What is it going back to? It is Morrowind.
Yeah.
And like Skyrim, because they just straight up tell you the numbers.
Well, they're also a very different game.
True.
Like,
but I mean, I feel they're so similar to the point of like, you could have just done this.
And it would have been better?
I think it would have been better.
I don't think it would have been better, but that's me.
Or at the very least, like, here's a cookbook. Here's the things you made already. Here's some things that maybe you could discover later. Or add a page in the book and like, you've discovered a new recipe. Here we go. Like, something like that. I want something checkpoint based at least.
See, but like what you're complaining about is like something that like really, I think that like not a lot of people ever really experienced issues with, because it's like, it's kind of obvious, like when the item description is mix with monster parts in order to make a potion.
Sure. But then I just, for me, I kind of freak out and go like, well, I know I can mix up to 5 items, and it says monster parts, but I'm like, should I mix 4 monster parts with this one thing? Should I mix 3 things with this one, 2 of this other thing?
I think you're overthinking it, and that's kind of the problem.
Because like I want to know, like, okay, so how do I get a perfect yada yada out of these things? Because I know it feels like I should be able to, but I just don't know what's the combinations.
Well, here's the benefit. You're playing it like this late, right?
Uh-huh.
So like
I could just kind of Google it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a cookbook because you already have a cookbook.
But I feel that's lame. Like, I just want there to be like an actual thing I could reference in the video game. So therefore it'd be like, here's again, there's another video game of the
You feel like there should be a Mass Effect style codex that kind of explains everything?
not necessarily explains everything. Maybe like a character in the game is all about cooking, and then the guy's like, oh, I love cooking shit, and cooking shit's my passion, and people eat my food and think I'm real good at it, and oh, you want to know how to cook? Sure, here's some recipes, and I'll give you even a coiled book you can put your recipes in. Like, that's what I want.
Josh, I think you're being kind of retarded.
I'm not. No, it's not. I'm not. I don't think so.
I think you are.
No.
Yes.
All I know is that I'm shaping a pretty good video game
In your head.
in my head.
Look, Jeff, it's better than Breath of the Wild. Literal fucking perfection.
Yep. Absolute perfection.
Yeah, and Josh is like, it's better.
It has a grappling hook in it.
It's grappling hook.
It's like Spider-Man.
But better.
Better. Way better.
Swear to fucking Christ, man.
It has grapple hook. You can swing with it or bring enemy to you.
It's so good.
It can pick up items. Again, I painted this game in my brain. It's so good.
It's... Your opinion of Breath of the Wild.
I'm still playing it, so I'm gonna keep going and keep playing it.
Man, I look forward to when you actually beat the game.
Yeah. I know right off the bat you could have like go straight to Ganon, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm not MLG enough to do that, so I'm gonna
not
go.
a Chad.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have all these dumb abilities where I can get resurrected if I screw up, and what was the other one? Oh, I can unleash a fucking thunderstorm when I do a sword attack.
Oh yeah, that one's great.
There's 2
Because it
other
can
ones.
kill you.
Oh, it can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
There's
But,
the other ones are like stuff like what is it? It's you can, the other one is like basically I won't spoil. There's a bunch that are just utility though.
Oh yeah, totally. Actually, one of them I know it kind of got spoiled because I was listening to the podcast of Castle Super Beasts. I always listen to. Mm-hmm. They were talking about their playthrough of the first game when they're talking about the what was it, the Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah,
and how they were playing the first game and how they went through it, and it turns out Pat, because he's an absolute like was the
goblin.
word? Mind goblin problem, obsessive compulsive type.
Yeah.
He scrubbed all of the land of any shrine he could find, and then he went to go do the
Divine
ultra
Beast.
beasts, the beasts and stuff like that. And it turns out like he should have done the beasts first probably, and then scrub the land clean, because they have all these tool abilities that you kind of be helpful to have.
Yeah.
And once he figured that out, he's like, oh, fuck me. Like, this is a double jump, and I didn't get the double jump until late, like, until the end of the game. He's like, fuck me. So I'm like, well, I know what to do now. It's just like I should go for the Ultra Beast because I keep calling them Ultra Beast because Pokemon. But like I feel now I know it's like, oh, I should go do the Beast things because they're gonna give me more tools to work with. So it's like, okay, I know what I should do.
Do ya?
Kinda.
Do ya?
Although my also an update on parrying in the game. I still suck at it, but I don't know. It takes me a few tries.
It's not as hard as you think it would be.
It true, but at the same, I feels like I have to like really be on the ball for like it's the timing feels exact to me. It feels like I have to be on the ball.
It's not. Yeah, no, you have to be on the ball, but like it's not like if you don't, it's like, oh, you're fucked. It's like more along the lines of, oh, you just don't get the Furies.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's like
I've been trying to do the dodges, but man, it feels like I'm still stupid at those. I really want Dark Souls rolling, and the game just doesn't have that. So,
yeah.
the game just doesn't have the Dark Souls roll that you're used to. So you're like, oh no, I have to run. Oh, this is painful.
Oh fuck. Oh honey. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh honey. Cry me a fucking river.
Okay.
I didn't actually mean that, you bitch. Yeah, no. As somebody who's played it, I hope you enjoy it. I finished Breath of the Wild. I beat Breath of the Wild. That game's great.
Oh yeah, Korok seeds. These do absolutely nothing, right?
I mean, that's something that I really enjoyed. Is like they fucking gave you an actual reason to not get the Korok seed this time around. And now they're like, yeah, you can just like attach them to like a fucking like monster thing, and like the flaming jet crucifix.
Yeah, it'll just fly off into space.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Don't worry, Jesus. I will fucking solve this problem in 2 seconds.
I have to say the one thing I did like is when I find a Korok under a rock, they just go, ha ha ha, you find me, and I just put the rock back down and crush the shit out of them.
Do you know like the actual like funny thing about that thing? What you get when you actually get all of them?
You get a giant poop.
Yeah, you get a giant poo.
You get a golden giant poo.
You get a giant shit.
It doesn't do anything.
Actually, it does.
What's it do?
If you have one, I believe you can use Korok seeds in order to actually increase your inventory size.
Oh, okay, yeah. I should actually go find. I think one of the Korok people told me where to go to find the bigger dude for doing that, but I have to go and find them because I have so many seeds and my inventory is so tiny.
Right.
It sucks.
I found it like halfway through the game, and I was like, I can't even be mad.
I gotta go find them.
I was like,
because right now I'm like, man, I'm going through swords like there's no tomorrow, and I'm like,
You mean the way the game's meant to be played?
Way the game's meant to be played, but I'm like, I want more swords though.
At least wait until you get the Master Sword.
Where that breaks too.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh,
No.
It probably sucks though.
No, the Master Sword doesn't break. It's actually pretty good.
Oh.
I like it. It's a good sword.
Huh.
You're just a Master Sword hater.
I mean, I thought I heard something about how it's like it's a fine sword, but you don't want to use it all the time or some garbage.
Yes and no. The way the sword works is basically it has an energy meter.
Yeah.
So if every single time you use it, it consumes energy. So if it so let's say like you use it and you kill like 5 enemies with it, it will just break randomly.
Oh.
So like then you can't use it for like 30 minutes.
And then it just self-repairs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it's the Master Sword. Whereas like when you get to Hyrule Castle, you can use it like basically, like, when you get to Hyrule Castle, it's basically like you can use it for like all of the high-end gear. But it's kind of not really important if you catch my drift.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna continue to keep playing it, and I'm gonna find the big fat Korok dude to exchange these seeds.
I don't think you have to. I don't think he's the one who exchanges your Korok seeds.
Oh no!
I don't think so.
So who exchanges seeds?
I can't remember off the top of my head because it's been like a couple of years since I played the game, Josh.
Oh, God. Well, I guess I'll Google.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of video games, I played.
Yes.
I played a video game.
Oh.
I played a couple
Cool.
of video games.
Oh.
I played Tape. I also went
Tape
up
to
north.
Tape.
Yeah.
And you went up north.
And I went up north. We could talk about me going up north.
How was your going up north?
Good. My grandma's dead, and I came to that realization.
Ah. Yep. That's usually how that goes.
I was gonna go up to visit her, and she's died. So I'm like, oh well, everything's fine. I wasn't fine. It wasn't fine.
Oh no.
I think I came back and I was like, yeah, I'm not going up north ever again.
Oh, really?
So, it was a good send off. I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
If people send me messages being like, "Oh, I'm sorry for your grandma loss, dude," I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you." Just out of principle, at the point. But yeah, it was a good trip. I got a fucking massive cinnamon bun.
No, those are good.
Yeah, big cinnamon bun. Okay, let me explain
Right.
to you the problem with the roll. Okay, big cinnamon bun is too big.
Too
big.
big?
Too
Too
big.
big.
Yeah, big cinnamon bun. Okay, it's like big government. Okay,
Right.
do you know of big government, Josh?
Tell me more about your trip to freaking. Actually, how far north did you go?
I went to Whitehorse and then I went to Skagway, and Skagway was fun. I'll say that much. For people who've been up north, if you know where Alaska is, I went to there, basically just took pictures and stuff like that, and it's really fun because when you're there, you're like, man, this place is awesome, and then you leave and you're like, it's not as awesome as it was back in the day. And then you're like, man, if only there was a certain group of people who weren't there, it would be better. And as you're driving home back to Whitehorse, you're like, man, this city would be better if it didn't have so many fucking tourists around. And you're like,
Is there actually a lot of tourists up there?
there's quite a bit of tourists up there.
Huh. This must be part of the season.
Yeah.
I bet if you go in the winter, there'd be no one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I kind of want to move up to Whitehorse, but I don't want to, like, move up to Whitehorse and. Because what
See,
if I
you-
start dating a chick and, like.
So you like the idea of Whitehorse, but you don't want to deal with Whitehorse.
No, fuck you. That's not true. That's not even close to the case.
Okay. So what is the case?
The case is that fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Stop making this hard for me.
I mean, I get ya. Like, there's a lot of places on this planet that I go, man, this would be cool. But at the same time, I'll just think about it for more than a half a second and go, don't think it would work out that great.
I just don't want to go. I don't want to live there in -40 fucking weather, and not the good -40 where you're like, it's cold.
No, dude, it's not, it's -40 base, and then the wind chill would push it up to like 60.
Yay.
So that's what you're going to be fighting against.
I don't want my balls to stick to my legs.
No, your balls will just recede back into your body.
I don't want to become a woman, Josh, because it's so goddamn cold.
You're just gonna be wearing the whole ski suit every time you have to go pick
It's
up
bad enough
chug
that
of
gay
milk.
it's bad enough that gay guys already think I'm like gay.
Uh-huh.
They're like, oh, look at his fat ass, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ! It's bad enough that that's a thing. I don't need it. I don't need straight dudes doing it too.
Uh-huh.
That was a bad joke, wasn't it?
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
So, anything else of note of Whitehorse, and then maybe talk. Anything else of note of Whitehorse you want to talk about, or?
I saw a train. I saw 2 trains. They were very nice.
Oh,
You should have seen the trains.
were they old-fashioned trains?
They were very old-fashioned trains.
Ooh, like a boiler and shit.
So yeah, it was a steam locomotive. So like I'm like, hey, like we're the only people here. It's Victoria Day, and I'm like, hey, we're the only people here. And she goes, yeah. I'm like, what's the thing right there? And she goes, well, we own that, and inside there's a train. And I go, oh, okay. And me being a little steam aficionado, if you catch my drift, I like trains. Okay.
Cool.
I like trains a lot. They're very cool. I was like, well, would it be possible for me to look at the trains? Go in there, and they go, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, okay.
I bet the person's eating a sandwich and you say that question and the guy's just like halfway through a chomp of the food and he's like, yeah, go out back. It was right there. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even like that. It's like across the street.
Oh.
And it's like this 16, 17, 18-year-old girl. Okay? So I'm like 28. I'm like, I kind of want to go see the train. I've never really seen the train. And they're like, yeah, we'll go across the street. So we go across the street, and I'm like, part of me is expecting, like, you know that thing where, like, you open the door, and, like, you see, like, really horrible shit, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. No,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be allowed to do this. Okay, that was my reaction. I was like, this is fucking weird, dude.
This feels illegal.
Yeah, I was like, this is wrong. Okay, I'm like, I'm scared. Jeff's a scaredy boy. Okay, so I'm like, okay, like let's go look at this thing. So we go across, and we're walking across, and she goes, opens up the door, flips on the lights, and there's this fucking like 6x2 steam locomotive just sitting there, completely restored, and it's just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh,
Right.
ooh, you know this thing when you see like a Ferrari for the first time and you get weak in the knees,
Okay. Yeah.
or you see like I don't know. I'm trying to explain it to people who wouldn't understand.
You see something that is impressive.
You see something that you've never thought you would see before, and you're like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my reaction. I was like, oh. Because like one of the things I've always wanted to do is eventually take the White Pass to Alaska, which is like it's like an 8-hour journey both ways. So it's 16 hours you're just riding this train, okay? And one of the things that my parents did for me when I was like 10 was we did that. There was a steam locomotive and we did that.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Okay. So I'm like this is sick and stuff like that. And so I basically was like, I'm gonna snap all the photos. Took a bunch of photos of all these little things, and then I walked out. And I'm like, thank you, and just walked away and was very excited. That was the highlight of the trip for me. The other highlight of the trip was I got offered to buy a Mustang from '67.
Okay.
So, grandma dies, right? And so we have her ashes, which is funny because the budget agent was like, hey, don't transport a body in this thing. Well, technically, we were transporting a body throughout all of Whitehorse. We had a fucking corpse in the back of this fucking car. Okay?
Okay.
I know that what people are going to say, well, that's not actually a corpse. It was actually ashes of corpse. It's the same fucking thing, okay? My books. Okay? Corpse is a corpse. Okay?
Corpse is a corpse.
Okay? So we're like, okay. Well, we're gonna go and drop off Grandma's ashes so that they can be spread across the Whitehorse and Yukon and all that fun stuff. Okay, cool. So we go hand it over to a longtime family friend. For his name, we'll call him Moose. And Moose's son is there, and Moose is like, oh, thank you and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And Moose's son goes, I'm like, what's that? Point towards a car, and they're like, oh, that's a Charger. I'm like, oh, what year? Oh, 68. Oh, that's cool. Do you guys got anything else here? Oh, well, we've got a Mustang that's fully restored in the sea can. Oh, okay.
just sitting in the sea can.
Just sitting in the sea can. And so they're like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm not expecting anything. And this is the same day we're going up to Skagway, right?
Right.
So, like, we're going to start off my day with, like, oh, your car that you always wanted, you will never be able to buy or afford, will probably be destroyed by climate Nazis, let's be honest here. And you will never be able to own one. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's go down to the sea can. And they're like, do you want to go see it? I'm like, sure. So we walk down there. It's me and Moose's son. Moose's son's all like happy and all this stuff. And he goes, yeah, opens up the thing. And there's this blue Mustang. Now, I'm a big boy. Moose is also big. Well, Moose is skinnier than me. And so I'm like, oh, that's a fastback Mustang. It's the Mustang I would buy if I had one. Because I have a red one. I have an S197 Mustang. And so I'm like, oh, that's cool. I almost was like, can we start it? Can we start it? But I was like, I'm reaching here. And so I go look at it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And all that stuff. Holy shit. And he's telling me all this stuff. He's like, oh, it's got a 428. It's got this. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then we're walking upstairs, back up to the car. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, do you want to buy it?
Can I afford it?
And I'm like, in my head, I was doing the math to calculate how many corpses how many people I had to kill in Minecraft. And how many body parts I would have to sell on the black market to actually afford this car.
Yeah.
Because God knows I don't have the money right now.
At least 50.
At least 20 was the number I came to. And I think I counted one, and I was like, that's way too many people dead, so let's not do this.
Let's not.
And let's just walk away and just kind of go, okay. And then we're like, yeah, well, if you ever want it, it's for sale. So, yeah.
The things you find at Whitehorse, huh?
Well, like this is like last year. Last year I went up there and there was like a Skyline. And I'm like,
wow.
I'm like,
that's up there?
Yeah, like a Nissan Skyline. It was like, it's not the one you want.
Oh.
It's the trimmed down.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's instead of having like the fucking like shark maw grill, kind of like the it just ends. So it's like a GL. It's the one that drifters by because they're like fucking cars.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I kind of want to buy that. And then I thought about it, and then I went and hanged out with my communist friends, and I complained.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was my trip up to Whitehorse. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
About your trip.
Yeah. Now time to talk about tape to tape.
Another Canadian experience.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's a thing that people look at and go, like, probably have no connection to hockey whatsoever, like how people of UK have a connection to soccer, and yet they could look at hockey and be like, what is this?
It's like how modern college girls do not have connection to hockey. Okay?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, most college girls, they do not care about hockey.
Uh-huh.
Trust me, I've tried to have conversations about hockey.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't go well. It ended with me being called a sexist. But Tape to Tape is a hockey game. It's NHL 97. It is... I like that game. It's fun. It is style the video game, if you catch my drift.
Style the video game.
It is, you play it, and you're like, okay, this is pretty funny. Because the story is like, you basically have a guy called Agnes McPhee or something like that.
Right.
And he is a world-renowned golf player. And he journeys to Canada in order to actually face off against, like, people in a hockey tournament.
Okay. So how did that go?
Went about as well as you would expect, Josh. What do you fucking think?
It's like Michael Jordan going to baseball?
Yeah, but that was done more for Michael Jordan so he didn't lose because, like, the league was locked out.
Ah, I see.
Whereas, like, this is, like, more along the lines of, like, he is trying to seek glory and find a legendary trophy.
Ah.
And so you play the game and you're like, this game is actually okay. And I enjoyed it. I've completed several runs on it. I think it's a very fun game.
The game plays like a roguelike, right?
Yeah. The reason I am talking about this game is because it's made by one Matthew Rory, who, I don't know if you know this, Josh, but was one of the community managers at giantbomb.com.
Oh.
Yes. So, I bought it because I'm a fan of Giant Bomb. I'm a fan of Matthew Rory. I'm a fan of properly petting puppies.
Cool.
As a dog person, I feel as if I feel a need to buy the game and stuff like that, so I did. And you know what? I actually quite enjoy it. It's a fun video game. The shots don't feel like 100%. That's my only major complaint. Is like when you shoot, it feels like as if it's random if the goalie will block it or not. And it's like there are some times where you're like, that's bullshit. Other than that, I feel as if the game really benefits from... I feel as if the game benefits a lot from, like, its character. And
Right.
it has stuff in it where, like, you're playing the game and you will, like, finish it and then you go back to, like, the main area of the game and you're like, okay, whatever. And you see a guy who's literally called the Blade Master and he's forging shit.
Okay.
And he's like, he's literally sitting there with an anvil and a goalie mask with goggles on his face, slamming down on like a hockey stick. And it's like the most coolest thing ever. Because you're like, wow, this is great.
He's badass.
Yeah. This game has like so much style in it. The refs are pussies.
Isn't there like with the game, as the game progresses, you get like rules modifiers placed on top of it
Yeah.
to the point of like the ref, you can fight against the refs as a hockey players and they were making bullshit calls on you.
There is a thing where if you beat the entire first area, I think there's one area. If you beat that entire area, you get to face off against the refs. And I got there once because I haven't played it in like 2 weeks.
Huh.
Because I was up in Whitehorse. And the rest will like sit there and make bullshit calls against you.
Right.
And you're like, you know what? Like I scored a goal and they're like, no goal. I'm like, what? That's bullshit. And it's like, how are you supposed to beat these guys? And it's like, I don't know. What the fuck? It's a game where if I like, it's fun. I enjoy it. I want to stream it. I'm just lazy. I should probably stream it.
Should probably stream it.
I should probably stream it. You know what, Josh? You should stream it.
You know what? But I might purchase it.
You might purchase it.
I might.
It was that Matthew Rory shit, wasn't it?
Well, I know that Pat, or Angry's Pat, also played it, and he highly recommended it.
Yeah.
And oh yes, this game's also early access.
Yeah. That's another thing we should mention. It is early access. It runs better than most AAA games.
You know, this is every time that if anyone's complaining about AAA games, and I'm just like looking over all of my cool ass indie games, and I'm like, they run fine. Like,
Game run good. Game run good.
all my indie games fucking run like a goddamn lightning. Run, I don't know, things that run fast and lightning fast and quick and fast and they do well. They just do well.
I mean, yeah, like it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Perfect.
It's perfect. I love it. It's a good game. More people need to buy it.
You can go up to how many players here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go up 8 players.
Yeah.
Huh. That would be an interesting couch co-op experience.
Yeah. You know what though? It's not as sad as Bolt Gun, which Josh should buy for me, but he will refuse to.
Bolt Gun?
Yeah. That's a game I wanted to play this week, but I didn't have the money to.
No money.
I got slammed with taxes. So, next week.
Oh, shit.
I like how that's your reaction. Shit.
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 Oh, it looks like, what's the name of that game? Proteus? Yeah, there we go. It looks very Proteus.
Bolt Gun?
Yeah. It has that feel to it.
God damn it, Josh.
I mean, I would be surprised if the same dev even, like, made this or helped make it or something.
What even is Proteus?
It's another first-person shooter. But it's... in fact, I talked about this before. You probably just don't remember. It is a... What if original Doom was made today with modern bells and whistles? So it's like you get a fuck ton of guns. The maps are not confusing. The way that the way the characters look and how everything is displayed, like the aesthetic is really well done. Fucking what else? I'm just trying to go back and see if what else I can remember. Like, yeah, like the best thing I could say is like, do you like classic Doom? Yeah. Well, you'll love Proteus because this fucking looks gorgeous. It plays super fucking well. It feels like just a modern Doom. Like
So it's-
if you want classic Doom but modern, that's it.
But I have Modern Doom. It's literally just Doom Eternal.
No, but I'm saying classic though.
But I have
you-
Modern Doom. It's called Doom 64.
I'm like, Proteus could probably do that good, really well as well. It could do that. It probably better.
It's just better, man. It's just better. You're just a hater.
I highly recommend it.
Tell you what,
It's-
Josh, I will play it if you buy it for me.
I mean, if it's on sale,
I don't think it is.
man, it's $40. That's your $33 Canadian.
That's a lot of money.
That's a fair bit of money, but the game's still cool.
What was that one that was like that came out that was like? I think I have some time in it. I forget what it's called. It's like it's like a roguelike shooter. It's not Ultra Kill. And it's not Dusk. Whatever.
Roguelike shooter.
Yeah, it's like it's like a roguelike shooter, but it's like Doom, but it's not Doom.
Huh. What do you remember the aesthetic?
It was pixel oriented. Looks kind of it kind of looked like Half-Life. It's not Ubermosh, it was Strafe.
Oh, Strafe. Or Strife. I forget the name.
Strafe.
Yeah, that's also
That's a good one. That was fun.
I would say a PlayStation graphics fit that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas Bolt Gun looks like you can like crank or lower the thing, so it's like one of those games where it's like, oh, this is perfect. We need more of these in our lives.
Need more of them.
Yeah, we need more games like this. Anyways, I think that's a podcast.
Yeah, we got an hour.
We got an hour of shit. So thank you everyone for listening to Black Mind Games podcast. Thank you, Josh, for joining me. Thank you, everyone else. Have a good night. Bye. I'm going to take away your powers. There you go. You no longer have the powers. Okay, now you don't have the powers.
Okay, I have the record button. Sure you do?
Is it this one? Is it this one? Try it now.
Is it this one?
Success.
You figured it out finally.
Okay, I gotta modify the podcast host permissions.
Oh,
Alright.
I see. You just slip and slid me down to the. I see.
I just kept on removing.
One of these is going to be correct.
Oh, there's a game dev's pilgrimage to the Lion's Den.
Really?
Wow.
Wowie zowie.
I think my dog just farted.
Wonderful.
All right.
Now you have a gas attack in your room.
Yeah, my dog just farted and everything's over. Sync at 3, 2, 1.